movie aside to do Pinocchio, and they put all their best animators and directors on it, and they kept working on it. And I'm reading about it, and they had so many meetings to decide the character, the movements of the characters. The creation of Jiminy Cricket was done by Ward Kimball. He was an old friend that I knew a long time ago. I knew him and Frank Thomas. You'll see their names on the screen. And these are guys who created the characters and directed the animation. Yeah, these were the old men of Disney, and I knew both of them because they were in a band called the Firehouse Five. Plus two was at Disneyland, and so my brother and I and my friends would go there every summer to hear the band. We got to know the band pretty well, and so then my friends went to Ward Kimball's house, and he had a full-size locomotive going around his property in San Gabriel, and a lot of his trains were donated to the Paris Train Museum. So full-size locomotives on your house, on your property. It's pretty amazing. Anyway, I'm getting away from Pinocchio, but these were the crazy men. They created these wonderful stories and conferences. And one of the, I don't know if it was in the book, but it was in this cartoon. One of the early attempts was that Pinocchio was supposed to kill Jiminy Cricket with a mallet. He was supposed to smash him with a mallet. And then Jiminy Cricket comes back as a ghost. And so that was one of the ideas that they had, and they threw that one out. And so you can see a lot of story sessions. Walt Disney himself would stop production completely. He'd say, I don't like the way this is going. I don't like this. Stop everything. We're going to redo this. We're going to start all over again. We're going to do this and this. So he was the total genius that knew exactly what he wanted. And the result is this fantastic movie. Now, when it first came out, it didn't make that much money. It actually lost money, mainly because the war in Europe had already started and the war in Asia. So they couldn't show it outside the United States. So it didn't make money, and Disney was like shocked. He thought this was his greatest movie. But it was just the economics of the time, you know. And but in 1945 it was reissued, and they made their money. And now it started out as a $2 million film. It's made $164 million now, because they kept reissuing it over and over and over and over and over. And probably all of you have seen it more than once, but the younger people have never seen it. So this is all real Disney animation, hand-painted cells, no computers, no Xerox machines. These are all hand-painted backgrounds. Every movement is hand-painted on plastic sheets, and they had a whole team of people that would just fill in. It's like filling in those coloring books you had as a kid, where you'd fill in the colors. And they would have teams and teams of people working day and night filling in, and then they would photograph them. And sometimes they'd have as many as 24 cells per second. So there's 24 frames per second. If somebody's running, they would actually have 24 of those hand-painted cells per second. So that's why it takes years to make a cartoon like this. So there we go. So this is Pinocchio, 1940. Thank you.